Hello everyone, welcome to second lectures of first year BSc Mathematics. This lecture is prepared specially for the first year BSc Mathematics student of BK Birla College, Kalyan. Uh, Student, we have already discussed the properties of real numbers. There were 9 properties which holds in the real numbers. Now we will have the result based on the real number system. So I'll be proving some results. So result number 1. So additive identity is unique. Though I have proved this theorem in a class, but I would like to give a detailed explanation here once again, and few more properties I'll prove. So proof is as follows. So we know that 0 is additive identity in real number. So we know that 0 is additive identity in R. So we have to prove that 0 is unique. We have to prove that 0, that is additive identity, is unique. So let me assume that, let it possible, there are 2 additive identity. I will say distinct. Two distinct additive identity. Say, uh, we know that what they are. One is, that is 0 and 0 dash, such that 0 is not equal to 0 dash. So this means that they are distinct, right? So this so 0 and 0 dash are 2 additive identity in R. We have assumed. Now we will prove that this is what we have assumed. So we'll check whether our assumption is correct or not. So, since 0 belongs to R and 0 dash is additive identity, so this would imply 0 plus 0 dash will be 0. Let me call it as 1. Since 0 dash is an additive identity, if you add any real numbers to it, then it will give you a real number again. So 0 is a real number which is added to additive identity 0 dash, you will get a 0 again. Similarly, 0 dash belongs to R and 0 is additive identity. So that would imply 0 dash plus 0, since you are adding 0 dash in additive identity 0, so that will give you 0 dash again. Now from 1 and 2 you can see that 0 plus 0 dash and 0 dash plus 0, they are same, because in a real number, addition is commutative. We have seen that there were 9 properties were holding. So one of the property was commutativity. So since real numbers are commutative, so 0 and 0 dash are same as 0 dash plus 0. So if the left hand side are same, implies right hand side is equal. So from 1 and 2, we can get 0 is equal to 0 dash. Since addition is commutative in real number, right? So we got 0 is equal to 0 dash, but then if you remember, we started that 0 is not equal to 0 dash, so which is a contradiction, because here we have proved that 0 is equal to 0 dash, which is a contradiction. So which is a contradiction. Hence our assumption is wrong. So next line, therefore additive identity is unique. Is unique. So we have proved this statement, because so you may wonder for uniqueness throughout the all the courses or in mathematics. If you want to prove any unique things, then the general method is you assume the negation, whether means this method is called as a method of contradiction. So you should assume that suppose it is not true, so take a negation, and if you get a contradiction, implies that you got a contradiction because of your wrong assumption. So that means the original statement is correct. So now since I have proved that additive identity is unique, on the similar line one can define that, one can state that multiplicative identity is also unique. So let me write down the result number 2. That is multiplicative identity is unique. So we will prove on the same line. It's not difficult to prove that. So how will you prove this? Suppose let it possible there are two multiplicative identity, two distinct multiplicative identity. That is 1 and 1 dash, such that 1 is not equal to 1 dash, right? Since 1 belongs to real number and 1 dash is multiplicative identity, that would imply 1 into 1 dash is equal to 1. Let me call this as number 1, because 1 is a real number and 1 dash is a multiplicative identity. So if you multiply 1 with 1 dash, since 1 dash is a multiplicative identity, it will not change the identity of 1. So you will get 1 again. Similarly, 1 dash belongs to R and 1 is multiplicative identity. That would imply 1 dash into 1 is equal to 1 dash. This is number 2. So have I given is number 1? Yeah. And 1 into 1 dash is same as 1 dash into 1 because multiplication is commutative. So you will get that 1 is same as 1 dash. That would imply from 1 and 2, we get 1 is equal to 1 dash, and the reason is multiplication is commutative. Is commutative in R. So 1 is equal to 1 dash, which is a contradiction. You can see that why it is a contradiction. So now I am writing a symbol of contradiction. This is a symbol of contradiction, which is a contradiction. We got a contradiction because we have assumed the wrong. So hence our assumption is wrong. Therefore, we can say that multiplicative identity is unique in R. Okay. Now result number 3. Every real number has a unique additive inverse. Let's prove this. Every real number has unique additive inverse. So now what is the definition of additive inverse? The definition of additive inverse, if you recall, let me write down here. Recall, if A is a real number, then B is additive inverse of A if and only if A plus B should equal to 0, or B plus A should be equal to 0. Both ways should be. So that is called as an additive inverse, because if you add that number to A, you should get 0 identity. No, I will not say 0. You should get an identity. So B is called an additive inverse of A. If I add B in A, then I should get identity. Then we call this as a additive inverse. So I have to prove that additive inverse is always unique. Let me prove this proof. So let X belongs to R. Let me start with an arbitrary X which belongs to R, and I will show that this X has unique additive inverse. So we will prove that X has unique additive inverse. So again I wanted to tell you, so I have started with an arbitrary X which is from real number. This arbitrary x will implies I am covering all the real numbers. So starting with an arbitrary x is very important. So I have to show that x has a unique inverse. So suppose I assume that x has a two inverses, two distinct inverse. We will call it as them as a and b. Suppose x has two distinct additive inverse. Say small a and small b such that oh, I need to write down the okay small a and small b such that a not equal to b, right? So since x is a since a is inverse of a, that would imply I should say inverse of x. That would imply a plus sorry, a is a inverse. So if I add x and a, then I should get identity that is 0. So let me number this as 1. Also b is inverse of x. That would imply x plus b is equal to x again. Oh no, I should say I should get identity. So it should be 0. What I have written in a previous example, yeah, correct. Previous number I wrote 0. So x plus a is equal to 0, and here also x plus b is equal to 0. Now you can figure out what I should get. Means basically I will get somewhere a is equal to b, and if I get a is equal to b, implies that I started that a and b should be non they should not be equal, and ultimately I will get a is equal to b. That is what you can now easily figure out. So how to get a is equal to b? That is my now. Okay, so a plus x plus a is equal to 0. X plus b is also equal to 0. So RHS are equal. Uh, so you can say, and you can distribute. We have not seen the cancellation law so far. So, so we cannot cancel straight away. So what I'll do is as follows. So now I'll consider a. Consider a, which is equal to a is same as a plus 0. The reason is because 0 is additive identity, right? Which is same as now a plus 0. 0 is, let me number this as 2. Now a plus, now this 0 is same as x plus b from 2. Now this is same as a plus x plus b. The reason is addition is associative in R. That's one of the property of real number in R. Right. Now a plus x by 1, it is 0, which is same as I started with a, which is equal to, now what the last expression I got? I got a plus x plus b, but my a plus x is 0 plus b. The reason is from 1, and b plus 0 is same as b because 0 is additive identity. So ultimately you can see that what I got is as follows. I got a is equal to b, which is a contradiction. And I must say that hence our assumption is wrong. Is wrong. Therefore, every real number has a unique additive inverse. So we have proved for the additive inverse. On the same line we will have unique multiplicative inverse also. So next result number 4. Every non-zero real number has a unique multiplicative inverse. Okay, so let's do this. Now note that here we have very clearly mentioned that non-zero real number. So let me start with let x be any arbitrary real number such that x should be non-zero. Right. So what is multiplicative inverse? So if I multiply that number with the x, then I should get a multiplicative identity. So what is multiplicative identity here? It is 1. Right. So suppose x has two multiplicative distinct inverses. That is A and B such that A not equal to B. So I got two distinct inverses for x. So since A is multiplicative, I will just write down MULT, multiplicative inverse of x, that would imply x dot A should give me 1. I should get identity. Let me number this as 1. And B is multiplicative inverse of x, that would imply x dot B is equal to 1 again. This is number 2. Right. Now I cannot cancel this. So you may say that xa is equal to xb and xx cancel kar do. So cancellation law, whether it holds or not, that I have not proved. So maybe today I will prove, or maybe in upcoming lectures I will prove that cancellation law also holds. So now consider a, which is equal to a dot 1. That means 1 is, since 1 is multiplicative identity, so 1 a is same as a dot 1, which is same as a dot x dot b from 2, is same as a dot x dot b. Since multiplication is associative, we have proved this, or we have proved, not proved, this is a property of real number. Multiplication is associative in R, and a dot x is same as 1, so 1 dot b. Now from 1 and 1 dot b is same as b. So we started with reason here, since 1 is multiplicative identity. So you can see that I have started with a and ultimately I ended a is same as b, which is a contradiction, because somewhere we have must written a is not equal to b. So this fact we wrote, so which is going to be very important. So which is contradiction. Hence our assumption was wrong. Therefore, multiplicative inverse is unique. Now we will prove a cancellation law. So next result number 5. Cancellation law holds in R. So that is, for any x comma y belongs to R, if x plus y, I will say x comma y comma z, there are three real numbers, then x plus y is same as x plus z. If x plus y is same as x plus z, then you can easily guess y is equal to z. You may think that this is very elementary and what to prove in this, but with the proper axioms and all, we will prove this is true. So proof. It is given that x plus y is equal to x plus z. Now what I will do, I will add minus x on both sides. So if I add minus x on both sides, then what I will have, minus x plus y is same as minus x plus z. That would imply minus x minus x plus y is same as minus x plus z. The reason is addition is associative in R. But you know that the minus x is the additive inverse of x. So this will give me 0 plus y and this will give me 0 plus z. Since minus x is additive inverse of x, this would imply y is equal to z. The reason is, since 0 is additive identity. So if you add additive identity, it will not change the number. So I should say y is equal to z. So we have proved that whatever we wanted to go here, we have, so on it is z. So then y is equal to z. So that was our target. Fine. So example number 6 I will just state, and I expect that you all to write down by your own, and in coming lecture I will ask you whether you have proved or not. So for all x, y, z belongs to real number if xy is equal to xz and x not equal to 0, then prove that y equal to z. Right? So I have proved for the addition. Now I have left you for the multiplication. I am sure that you all will complete this before coming to next lecture. Thank you so much.